So Dr. Umar recently had an interview, and so we're gonna react to that. Where my shit at?
A white person should have the right to rap, but they should not have a place in our category.
He cannot be considered in the pantheon of greatness.
Right.
Because this is an African cultural product, right?
Right.
So here now, black people were so upset when I said that. You had every top rapper you could think of join the Eminem legal defense team against Dr. Umar. But guess what? When the Country Music Awards came out, Beyonce, who had one of the longest running #1 country albums of all time, didn't get a single nomination. Nobody said a word. So why was it okay for the white people to cut Beyonce out of her rightly earned awards and nominations at the Country Music Awards? Beyonce had 5 songs from Cowboy Carter on the top 10 consecutively. It was one of the longest running #1 country albums ever.
Right.
Not one nomination. Nobody say nothing. Dr. Umar says Eminem can't be the GOAT, and Black America goes crazy. Look at the double standard. It's okay for white people to gatekeep their culture, but it's not okay for black people to gatekeep ours.
Okay, so in response to that, first and foremost, Dr. Umar and I completely and totally disagree on the whole rap situation. What rap is, where it came from, all of that. He's saying that it's a African American, like a black African cultural thing. And whereas white people can rap, you can't have anybody as like at the top spot because no. Okay. And I might get y'all might hate me for that. I'm so close. Yo, 498 fucking subscribers. I am right I'm kissing it. Y'all gonna leave me. All right. Well, I don't know, because I'm recording this at the beginning of January, so I don't even know when the hell this is gonna come out. But Dr. Umar loves to attribute anything that's black, like black American culturally, to like something African. Just because our ancestors came from that, like our way back ancestors, the folk that we ain't never knew, just because they came from Africa doesn't mean that's a black American thing. And he wants to say that brown people contributed, that the Hispanic cultures contributed into the rap culture, into the beginning, into creating the rap culture, the hip hop movement. Here's the thing. So did white guys. It's not just a black American thing. It's an American thing. And I don't care how badly you want to argue with me on it. You can't argue. The Beastie Boys. Okay? That's all I got to say. I don't have to name nobody else. Who the fuck else I got to name? Who the fuck else I got to name?
Paul Revere by the Beastie Boys stands out for its innovative production, a testament to the group's pioneering spirit in the hip-hop genre. The track's distinct sound originated from a creative session with the Roland TR-808 drum machine. Adam Yauch, MCA, brought a novel idea to the table, reversing the drum beats. This technique involving recording the beat, flipping the tape, and playing it backwards infused the song with its iconic reversed beat. The experimental approach, characteristic of the Beastie Boys, pushed the boundaries of music production during the pre-digital era, making Paul Revere not just a song, but a milestone in hip-hop production.
Nobody. The Beastie Boys. And if you don't know, you better go find out, okay? So they went hard, okay? And wasn't nobody out there saying these white boys aren't allowed to rap. And it wasn't even one of those weird things that we do where we just, oh, there's a white person that's emulating us. That's so cool. We love that. It's not even one of those type of weird ass fucking things. Like, we did that with Vanilla Ice. Ice, baby. Man, fuck that dude. I hate him. But, and that was all marketed and shit. The Beastie Boys, that was like grassroots. They started in the basement just like everybody the fuck else. So, I will argue you down. Yeah, I'm pro FBA. Abso-fucking-lutely. But I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional. Rap is an American thing that was popularized by Black people, okay? And hood culture, whatever aesthetic you want to put to it, it was there, and it expanded from that. Folks in Nigeria were not rapping in 1986. Stop attributing everything that we do to that's them. That's not us. We're completely different. It's different genetic makeup at this point. That's not to say that there's anything wrong with that. You can be who you want to be. Like, you can be who you are and be proud of that. Absolutely, you can. You can be proud to be Irish. Ain't nobody said that that's wrong. Okay? I happen to be proud that I'm a Black American. All right? And I'm proud that Black America definitely started and influenced this, the hip hop culture, but white people were a part of that too. Brown people were a part of that too. Asians were a part of that too. When breakdancing became a thing in the early 80s, yes, it's based off of capoeira, but I mean, and capoeira is a mixed martial art. But you weren't seeing any, Jamaicans out there breakdancing. It was a bunch of Black dudes and Asians. It's always been Black dudes and Asians. It's these first generation Asian kids that was born here. Both of their parents, they picked up everything and just moved out here, had the baby here, and they're just wanting to just fit in. And they see this super cool fucking movement happening, and they jumped on that motherfucking bandwagon quick, fast, and in a hurry. So you can't sit up here and tell me, yes, it's a Black thing. Yeah, sure. But you can't sit up here and tell me that there's not been any other influences in the hip hop. Wu-Tang, who was just on the Joe Rogan podcast. One of them was just on the Joe Rogan podcast. There's 9 of them niggas. Like, I don't know. But no, I watched it. And it was really cool and everything. And Joe was asking him about the whole Chinese culture and stuff. I mean, it's a whole fucking thing. Like, the Chinese culture, they ran around calling themselves Shaolin monks and shit. Like, I mean, you're not going to sit up here and tell me that that's just an African thing that was brought just because it got some drums and a beat to it. Man, get the fuck out of here. You can't convince me of that. I'm sorry, but you can't convince me of that. It's not a Black thing. It's an American thing. So, and that's not to say that America is better or worse than anybody else. I'm just saying that's an American thing. Geishas, that's an Asian thing. Ain't nothing wrong with Asia and being a geisha, and ain't nothing wrong with not being one. I'm just saying it's not the same. And what the fuck else? I wrote bullet point because I knew I was gonna run off on a tangent like this. Okay, so Beyonce had the top country album in the world for 18 years, or what the fuck ever he was saying. She had the top album for so long because she has such a huge fan base. Those weren't country fans to begin with, which is probably why she wasn't counted. I'm not making any excuses for the CMAs. I ain't never watched that shit before. I know maybe 20 country songs off the top of my head. Maybe. So I don't got a dog in that fight. But at the same time, I listened to that album. And it was a good album. It was good. It was good. But should she have won a CMA award for it? For this being her very first country album? Just because she Beyonce doesn't mean that she gotta win all of the awards for everything that she does. Yeah, she's great at everything that she does, but this is her very first, one and only country album. She sang country before, yeah, sure. But this is her one and only country album, and y'all expecting her to win awards over people that have been trying to really in the fuck getting it out the mud for years. That's what you want. Oh, okay. Okay. And y'all over here talking, time out, unpopular opinion. Y'all over here talking about all this symbolism that she's been doing with that when she came out with that halftime special, or for the halftime show, the halftime Christmas football show thing that she put on, whatever. Anyway, y'all was all talking about all these symbolisms and stuff. And the first thing that folks was pointing out was the type of horse that she was coming out on. Because that particular horse is like black or like dark brown when it's born. And as it gets older, it gets lighter. It just seems funny to me. She just keeps getting lighter and lighter. No one's pointing it out. I'm sorry. That was ugly. I'm sorry. But anyways, she might have vitiligo like Michael Jackson. We don't know. Anyway, but yeah, like it bothers me that everybody wants her to beat out all these other people that have been doing this shit for years just because she's Beyonce. Do you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like DEI. That sounds like affirmative action. That's what it sounds like to me. Just because she Beyonce, she should be able to get this, and this. Why? I'm sure if she put out 3, maybe 4 more country albums, she'll start coming up with awards. But they're looking, I'll tell you what. They're looking at Beyonce and this album as we're just experimenting. In the same way that white girls will put cornrows in their hair and just experiment. I'm appropriating, right? Now, I know what you're saying, bitch, but we the ones that started country music anyway. You don't think I know that? Do you think I don't know that? My parents are from Memphis, Tennessee. My family is from Mississippi. You think I don't know that? Baby, I know we started that shit. I know. And guess what? We did not gatekeep it. That's what we get. That's what you get. When you don't protect something, you fucking lose it. You can't go back and, well, wait, that was mine. No, baby, you let it go. You let it go. You let it go. You let it go. If we wanted it back so fucking bad, we'll go back and take it back. But we don't give a fuck about country music. That's why we let them have it. We don't care about that. We don't care about it. We don't care about country music. Me personally, there's been some country beats that I found that's like, they like country trap beats, right? And I really like that, like country rap, like that's cool. I fuck with it, but like regular schmegler, come here baby, turn the lights down low, or whatever the fuck. Like, I'm sorry, I don't fuck with that. You know what I mean? But I fuck with the other shit. You know what I'm saying? But not the Beyonce album. Like, that wasn't like black country. That wasn't like country. I don't know what it was. It gave my ears like auditory uncanny valley or something. Like, I couldn't vibe with it. I'm sorry. I just couldn't vibe with it. But that's what happens when you let something go. Maybe we should learn how to gatekeep shit. You can't sit up here and be, oh, I was playing with a toy. Girl, you was the one that gave the toy away. And now you crying that she playing with it? It's been 20 minutes. You wasn't even thinking about that toy. And now you... All right. This is finna be a long-ass fucking video. Yo, I be talking so much, y'all. I'm sorry. I'll try to shorten this shit. God damn.